Resident Evil Village has been out a few days now, and has made quite the impression on gamers everywhere. From the somber atmosphere of the village itself to the blood-soaked cellar of Castle Dimitrescu, here are some of my favorite areas of the game, as if anyone should care. Coming in at number 5 is the Reservoir. Once you are greeted by the Varkulak at the gate, you discover Moreau isn't the sharpest fish in the water, but he is an interesting character nonetheless. His home lies in a disgusting bog of scales and slime. I can't help but feel bad for him. He's all alone, and seems to desperately try to prove himself over and over again to Mother Miranda. His home within the reservoir is fitting. The Cadeau made him into a fish man thing, thus making him the least human of all the lords.
It's all over. I plugged away in.
What are you?
This is my territory. I won't let you leave.
Shit.
There's so much we could say about Moreau, but we're not reviewing characters today. This is just a run-through of how disgusting this place is, but also cool. I love the textures of it. It's so gross. Yeah. But in its disgusting glory, I have an immense desire to sink my hands into the slimy barricades. I feel like it would give me such great satisfaction, even though my fingers would probably be burned off completely. Upon observing the reservoir itself and climbing around on the sunken architecture, I just know this area smells like a dirty fish tank. From the fish egg-like enzyme walls coated in iridescent acid, to the disgusting drawbridge handle, this place isn't easily forgotten.
Oh, damn you! Oh, help me!
Coming in at number 4 is the Winter's residence. Though we aren't in this area long, it's nice to see Ethan and Mia are settled in such a cozy and quaint home in Eastern Europe. The couple's home gives us a false sense of safety and security that it's hard to believe the story could actually go down such a dark path. I'm lying. Of course, it's Resident Evil. We all knew this would happen. We knew it would get bad so quick. So quick. Exploring the house will open up some extra dialogue, and it's just nice to see in general that the Winters did get to enjoy some peace and quiet before the world was turned upside down again.
Chris? What the hell? Sorry, Ethan.
Coming in at number 3 is the Distillery and Hall of Ablution with Miss Mommy Vampire, soon to be on your heels.
What have you done to my daughter?
You duck into this rad little room of statues surrounding a pool of red Kool-Aid. Just kidding, it's totally blood. After turning the statues in the correct order, the pool drains, allowing you to head down into another room of terror. Trekking through this area is, yep, it's creepy, definitely. Here you meet the Meroica for the first time, and boy are they glad to see you. These poor souls are the reanimated corpses of the maidens our benevolent Dimitrescu ladies used to harvest the main ingredient of the Sanguis Virginis wine. To me, this is one of the creepiest areas of the game in its entirety. The dim flicker of candles against the needy blood pool gives the room an ominous red glow and really makes one want to skedaddle back to our buddy, the Duke. Coming in at number 2 is Heisenbergs Battlegrounds. With thunder and lightning cracking around you amidst the slashing rain straight out of the blown-up elevator gate, this area promises a good time. Carl Heisenberg is mutated into an amalgam of human flesh, mold, magnetism, and god complex. And you're in his way, unfortunately. At first glance, it looks like Chris Redfield's Power Wheels tank isn't going to do much against mutated Heisenberg. But let me tell you, Ethan wrecks him. Of course, that's until Heisenberg wrecks Ethan. And now you're full on, boots on the ground, trying to perfect an angle to finally take this super freak down. My favorite part of this area, though, is when Carl finally has to shut his mouth and create a magnetic maelstrom to pull you into his pulverizing fan thing. Ethan is sucked back into the tank mid-air and proceeds to chuck explosives from the cannon into the center of Heisenberg's power source. That sounded mildly erotic, but... Anyway.
I must kill her!
The honorable mention comes right after Heisenberg's fiery death. Mother Miranda turned Mia shows up, then turns into Mother Miranda. Here, she reveals her plans and just oozes creepiness. Check it out.
Don't worry. Your death will come quick. You will join the Megamycetes records. I will make sure to sample your blood for later.
Coming in at number 1 is Donna Beneviento's Emo House of Terror. There's so many reasons this area of the game is my favorite, but I'll focus on the more emotional ones for now. Donna is the descendant of doll makers, and after the deaths of her parents, the already shy Donna further isolates herself inside this house next to a massive waterfall.
What?
After a pleasant little trek through the woods, completely enveloped by Donna's hallucinogenic yellow flowers, Ethan sees Mia beckoning him from a distance, leading him to House Beneviento. Once inside, you'll notice this place is far from a daycare. Although there is a man-eating infant mucking about, ready to eat Ethan whole, eventually you'll meet this little angel.
Wait!
Donna's father crafted Angie specifically for her to ease some of her loneliness due to a scar that she had running down her face. When Mother Miranda swooped in with the cadeau, the lonely and isolated Donna shared it among her doll friends. Clad in her funeral attire, Donna asks you politely not to leave before it really hits the fan.
Don't leave. I can't let you.
There's definitely a nuance of sadness in her voice. Like all the other lords, the experimentation on her was out of reluctancy. I felt like death might have been a sweet release for her from this sad and lonely life. Despite her murderous ways through her vessel Angie, Donna Beneviento is a very sad individual.
It's over.
Thanks for checking out my top 5 favorite parts of Resident Evil 8 Village. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. If you'd like to see more top 5 videos, let me know, because I have a bunch of them planned. So many planned. Alright, see you later.